Welcome everyone, my name is Phantom. Check out this guy. I will never know what he was trying to do, but it's okay, he's dead now. So I just wanted to say, if you could scroll down to the comment section, look at a comment I left, read it, reply to it with what you think. It will be helpful, okay? So let's move on. So today we're going to be looking at information, maybe a little bit of memes, a little bit of spice in there, information, interviews, teasers, and what the next Treyarch Zombies mode could look like. So first off, let's talk about the new zesty Blundell interview that we got yesterday. Yes, a new interview. So it was with Mr. Dalek JD, and they talked a little bit about the future of zombies. For example, John asked him about the original staffs, the staffs that we see in the Revelations cutscene that we've heard a bit about, but we've never actually seen them or played them in a game, because the ones in Origins, they're just remakes by our favourite man with no hair, Maxis. So in classic Blundell style, you know, it is Blundell we're talking about here. He didn't say yes or no, he just said it could happen, it's open to happen, and anything can happen, so, classic. But then again, it came to my mind, if we do see these wonder weapons ever again, it would only make sense to see them in one map, and that's an Origins reimagined or remake, so not remastered. We've had an Origins remaster in Zombies Chronicles, so I'm talking about just a map set where Origins is set, but in the medieval times, where we're premise, new storyline, new Easter egg, that classic stuff. I've talked about that millions of times, you've probably heard that idea a million times. So yeah, that could certainly happen, but let's move on to the next teaser, the next hint as to what we could see in the next Treyarch game. So in Zombies Chronicles on the map Moon, there are these newspapers that talk about like a zombie outbreak in London. Obviously we've never seen that in a map before, so it's just a bit weird that they talk about this. Also, these newspapers were in the Eisendrache, or however you say that map, I don't even know, no one knows. And they removed the newspapers from DE, so I don't know why, maybe they didn't want to tease it too early on. So a London map could be awesome if it's like in the modern time, or if it's in World War II, you know, where the Germans are bombing the city. If this map did happen, I think it would feel like Gorod Krovi, but at night time, and that'd be really awesome. And now, a bit of a meme right here, but I think if this map did happen, we'd be playing as the transit crew. Jesus Christ, the transit crew. And I'm not just making up crap here, so I'm not going to bore you with this, but there's teasers from the Zombies timeline, and I'll just tell you quickly that it says that underneath Mob of the Dead in a laboratory, the transit crew are frozen there until Richtofen needs to use them again. Okay, why are we being told this? So obviously, somewhere down the line, Richtofen is going to need help from the transit crew. He's going to need them, so part of the storyline could be that he sends them to London because, I don't know, we heard there's zombies there or something. I'm clutching at straws right now. I'm just trying to put together pieces of information and make them make sense, but I'm pretty damn sure that the transit crew will play as them in the next Treyarch game. Now, the other bit is that we got told that the transit crew are at Mob of the Dead in a lab that we've never seen before. So, now let's move on to the next hint, the next teasers, and that's talking about Mob of the Dead coming back, just like Origins, a reimagined version, or remade version, into the next game. But I made a whole video about this, so I don't want to spend too long on it, because I just had a whole video on all that information. Go watch that video if you haven't already. So, like, we had Blundell saying in an interview straight up, I think we'll see Mob of the Dead again. Like, I said in that video that it just seems too obvious that Mob of the Dead's coming back. Unless Jason is just ultimately trolling us and we'll never see it. It's just, Mob of the Dead's coming back, okay? Whether we're there as a premise people, whether it's just a remaster, or whether we're playing the transit crew at Mob of the Dead, that would be, Jason, don't do that. So I just want to thank any of you who are still here in the video, so let's move on to the next topic. I'm just going to guess some maps that we could see in the next game. So obviously, like I said, Mob of the Dead reimagined, Origins reimagined, maybe a London map with the transit crew, and then how about a military base map just like Area 51 from Moon. And this is the year, this has to, well, 2018 is the year that we're going to see the Egypt map, hopefully we see the Egypt map. It would be epic, it just has to happen. And then DLC 5 for the next game is going to have transit, it's going to have Die Rise and Buried. So Zombies Chronicles is all about the story of Black Ops 3, you know, in Black Ops 3 we kill all the original characters, then Zombies Chronicles shows us their story, so I think the transit crew are going to be big in the next game. So if they do a DLC 5 or Zombies Chronicles for that emo that's really far away from now, I reckon it'll be all around the transit crew, because I think they're going to be a big part. So, like I said, thank any of you who are still here, Did that even make sense? I don't think that even made sense, but it's fine. So that's been everything. It's been ideas, hints, teasers, tiny bits of information, me just trying to piece together and predict Treyarch's next Zombies mode. And you can take my word, because I predicted Call of Duty World War II, I predicted the Zombies mode would be scary, and I think I predicted something else, but I can't remember what it was. I think it was a Moon Remaster. Yeah, I was talking about that years ago. Not years ago, but it's fine. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little bit more serious, like I said in the comment down below, but I told you to look at less memes for this style of video. Stay zesty, guys. We'll see you in the next one.